If you've been waiting years for your asylum interview with USCIS, well, you've probably heard that a mandamus lawsuit can force USCIS to finally schedule it. And that's very much true. A mandamus lawsuit is an incredibly powerful tool to move your stalled case forward. But there's more. You see, there are several hidden benefits to filing a mandamus lawsuit that most people don't know about. I'm going to reveal these bonus mandamus benefits, and we're starting right now. I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, well, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. Let me know in the comments if you've got an asylum case pending, or maybe you're considering applying. And listen, I'd especially like to hear from you if you've been waiting for an interview for multiple years. Let me know in the comments how long you've been waiting. All right. Let me tell you about Andrea, one of our clients. She had waited for 4 years for her asylum interview at the Miami asylum office when she decided that, well, she was sick of being in limbo. She wanted to get her asylum interview so that she could win her case, giving her certainty about her future in America. So she called us, we assessed her situation, and we told her that, yeah, we thought there was a high probability for success in moving her stalled asylum case forward. So we quickly filed a mandamus lawsuit. And not only did she get her interview scheduled in just over 2 months, but something that she thought was truly remarkable happened. She got her decision just 1 week after the interview. You see, while most people focus on just getting their interview scheduled, a mandamus lawsuit actually creates a cascade of benefits that most asylum seekers don't even know about. Let me explain. So first, a mandamus lawsuit puts extraordinary pressure on USCIS to issue your decision quickly after the interview. So when I was an asylum officer with the government, case files for cases where the interview occurred organically, meaning they were not scheduled as a result of a mandamus lawsuit, well, they could sit for months or even years waiting for a decision. You see, there's no pressure, nothing pushing the asylum officer to push the case to completion. So the case can just sit there on the officer's desk waiting to be finalized. But with mandamus, the government knows they're being watched by a federal judge. They know that we can leverage the court process if they drag their feet in the post-interview processing that must occur for the asylum officer to be able to issue a decision. In fact, in our law firm, we don't dismiss the mandamus lawsuit until our client actually has their final decision in hand. We keep that pressure on USCIS right up to the very end. And that's why Andrea got her decision in just 1 week after her asylum interview. All right, another hidden benefit is that a mandamus lawsuit opens up powerful communication channels that can benefit your asylum process. So instead of trying to reach USCIS through their general phone number or email, which, let's be honest, is usually futile, well, your attorney now has direct access to Department of Justice attorneys. And these government lawyers can actually get things done. They serve as a liaison, ensuring progress is actually made in the case. When we file a mandamus lawsuit, the government attorney usually calls me within 60 days and says, hey, Brian, we don't really want to fight this one in court, so if your client will agree to put the lawsuit on hold, we'll give them their interview and their decision. So now we have a direct line to someone who can make things happen. By the way, if you want to maximize your chances for asylum success, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss the insights that I share on this channel. Okay, here's something that most people don't realize. The procedural advantages of mandamus are significant. When you have an active federal lawsuit, your case gets flagged for priority processing. It gets closer supervision and better quality control. The asylum officer who actually does your interview, well, they might not actually know that your interview was scheduled as a result of a federal lawsuit, but their supervisor or that person's supervisor will know. And that person knows that the office's work is being closely scrutinized. So they're doing quality control. What does that mean for you? Well, I really do think you have a better chance of getting a fair assessment where your interview is scheduled as a result of a mandamus lawsuit. Interviews scheduled as a result of mandamus lawsuits get special attention. They're often assigned to more experienced officers, and supervisors watch them more closely. This enhanced scrutiny can be beneficial. For example, if there are any administrative tasks pending in your case, which often cause major delays, well, having a mandamus lawsuit can speed up that process. The government doesn't want to tell a federal judge that they're still waiting on routine processing that should be completed promptly. So another benefit of getting your asylum interview through a mandamus lawsuit is that you'll almost certainly get further advance notice of your interview date, which means you can actually prepare properly. You see, when interviews get scheduled organically, meaning through the regular process when you've not sued, well, you're supposed to get 14 days notice, but the reality is that due to mailing delays or other issues, people often get their interview notice just 10 days or even less before their actual interview day. And let me tell you, that's just not enough time to prepare properly for something this important. Think about it. You need time to thoroughly review your declaration and supporting documents. And I mean really review them to the point where you're essentially memorizing everything. You need time to do multiple practice sessions where you simulate the interview experience so that you know what to expect. And then there are all the logistics, right? You probably need to arrange to take off from work or school. You might need to arrange travel to the asylum office, and you might need to figure out childcare. And let's not forget about the mental preparation. This is a huge day in your life. You're going to be discussing difficult, traumatic experiences, and you need time to get yourself mentally ready to do that. With a mandamus lawsuit, you'll likely get notified of the interview at least several weeks ahead of the actual interview date, giving you a critical advantage in your case. I want to be clear about something because this issue comes up often when I talk with folks about this amazing tool, the mandamus lawsuit. I am confident that this lawsuit will not hurt your underlying asylum case. So listen, when I was an asylum officer, I didn't even know that someone appearing before me had gotten their interview through a mandamus lawsuit. But listen, even if the officer does know, well, I really don't think it will be viewed negatively. You see, in the United States, using the legal system to assert your rights is completely normal and accepted. Also, the fact that you've sued simply is not something the officer can use to justify a negative decision. It's just not something they're allowed to use as a negative factor in your case. So the bottom line is this: mandamus isn't just about getting your interview scheduled. It's a powerful tool that can benefit your case in multiple ways. If you're ready to take the next step and get help with your asylum case, then please call my office today. That number is 713-909-0401. And remember, we help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you live. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you to secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's truly an honor to serve you in your asylum journey.